Residual ridge resorption is a term used for the diminishing quantity and quality of residual ridge after teeth are removed. Clinically, the tissue overlying the residual ridge may look normal or inflamed or edematous and ulcerated. Microscopical analysis reviews mucoperiosteum showing various degrees of keratinization and acanthosis and varying degree of inflammatory cells are present. Measurement of residual ridge resorption can be done by serial examination of the diagnostic cause or by lateral cephalometric radiographs. They are most accurate and measures RRR over a period of time. Panoramic radiographs are also used to assess the residual ridge resorption. Wickhall and Swoop proposed the simplest method to assess it. According to them, original bone height is equal to 3 times the distance from inferior border of the mandible to the lower edge of mental foramen. Pathophysiology of residual ridge resorption. Some clinicians feel that residual ridge resorption is not a disease but a normal physiological process. However, there is a wide variation in the rate of RRR in different individuals depending on multiple factors. In geriatric patients, usually the rate of resorption is more than the rate of formation, so that the patient ends up with no or less cortical bone. In dental perspective, RRR is a pathological process. Pathogenesis of RRR was proposed by Atwood in 1971. According to him, there is a order 1 which is pre-extraction. Immediately following the extraction, any sharp edges remaining are rounded off by external osteoclastic resorption, leaving a high well-rounded ridge, that is order 3. And as resorption continues from the labial and lingual aspect, the crest of the ridge becomes increasingly narrow, ultimately becoming knife edge, and that is order 4. As the process continues, the knife edge becomes shorter and eventually disappears, leaving a well-rounded or a flat ridge, order 5. Eventually, this too resolves, leaving a depressed ridge, which he called as order 6. Etiology of RRR. RRR is a multifactorial biomechanical disease caused by a combination of anatomical factors, metabolic factors, and mechanical factors. It is postulated that RRR varies with the quantity and quality of the bone of residual ridge. That is, more bone is there, more amount of resorption will be there. RRR varies directly with certain systemic or localized bone resorptive factors and inversely with certain bone formation factors. When the mechanical factors are considered, the amount of force, the frequency of force, the duration and the area over which the force is distributed, and the damping effect of underlying tissue is also considered. The amount of force applied to the bone may be affected inversely by the damping effect or energy absorption. In short, this can be put forth as RRR is directly proportional to anatomic factors plus bone resorption factors by bone formation factors plus force factors by damping effect factors plus 1 by time. Epidemiology, usually it is rapid in first 6 months after extraction and more common in patients more than 65 years of age and rapid in females, and it is precipitated by systemic diseases or ill-fitting dentures. Residual ridge resorption can be prevented by preventing the loss of natural teeth or tooth-supported dentures, and properly designed dentures decreases the rate of resorption. The ridge can be improved by ridge augmentation procedures. Indirect sequelae of wearing a denture includes atrophy of the masticatory muscles and the nutritional deficiencies. Tissue conditioners are generally used to improve the health of the abused tissues. The composition of tissue conditioner is polymer, monomer and liquid plasticizers. The main uses of tissue conditioners are they can be used to treat the tissues, temporary obturator, liners and surgical splints, trial denture bases and functional impression materials. Denture adhesives are applied to the tissue surface of the denture in order to enhance denture retention, stability. Composition of denture adhesive includes carbonyl methylcellulose, vegetable gums or polyethylene oxide polymers and polyvinyl pyrrolidone. It also includes coloring agents, flavoring agents, preservatives and plasticizers. The main mode of action of denture adhesives is either by water absorption or bioadhesion to the tissues by carbonyl groups. Thank you.